What is going on, you guys? I am back here for another video today, and today we are going to be talking about the newest movie released in theaters, Jigsaw. So Jigsaw is directed by the Spierig brothers and is about a group of people that are trapped in this room and they all have a chance of death, similar to the basis of the other Saw films. And we have police and investigators, and they start finding a bunch of evidence that have all the crimes that these people did linked to Jigsaw. But he's been dead for the past 10 years. So is it Jigsaw or is it somebody else? Now, before I get into talking about my opinions on this movie, I just wanted to say I was happy to see Laura Vandervoort back in a movie or TV show, as that is, because she played Supergirl in Smallville, and I guess you can say I kind of had a little crush on her. She was one of my favorite characters in Smallville, and it was just great having her back in a movie like this. Honestly, I wasn't really sure what to expect with this new Saw movie, Jigsaw, because it's been about 7 years since the last film of it, and I really didn't have much expectations. I really didn't know what to think. However, I was pretty excited because I am a fan of these movies right here. They're not the best, especially to the critics. I mean, critics just totally hate on them, but I think they hold up for their own, and I think they're all pretty enjoyable somewhat. Now, I'll say this, and I think this is kind of a bold statement. I feel like Saw is one of the most consistent horror franchises out there because it kind of sticks around with revolving around one character, and that is John Kramer. Similar to kind of Halloween because it revolves around Michael Myers, the Strode family, all that. But films that aren't really that consistent like that, not hating on them whatsoever, but like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, we have like different characters in everyone and different storylines, different families. It's just all different. Not hating on them, just pointing out an example of like how this is consistent. Each and every Saw film, I was always excited of what new traps are they going to do? What are they going to do with the new story? Is Jigsaw going to be in this movie? Each and every one of the sequels just keep on having me getting ready for the next one. Okay, now let's finally talk about this film. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great or outstanding or any of that. And we have a people trapped in a room by Jigsaw. Now, with movies like this, we kind of already know with the group of type of people that are in the film, we know that that person's gonna die first. That one's more dumb than the other. That one's more smarter than the other. But I gotta say, I thought the acting was fairly decent, and my expectations were, I honestly thought it was gonna be worse than it was. My only issue with this film is, how does it fit into the Saw universe? I think to myself, was it really necessary, or could they possibly done it in a better way? I think they could have. At times I was often asking myself in the theater questions about certain characters and certain plots, certain things that were happening in this film that a lot of the stuff didn't really make sense, or I was just wondering, like, they kind of had a lot of plot holes. Not even in lying, after the screening of this movie, I was actually talking with this lady, and she was saying, did that part make sense to you? Did you think that was going to happen? Wasn't that how that was supposed to happen? Like, she had a lot of questions too, and my friend that I went to go see it with, he often had a lot of questions too of how it exactly fit in the Saw universe. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that this is a spin-off by any means whatsoever. It just has a weird vibe that is just really, really different than the other Saw movies in terms of what they're doing with the storyline. But this film did what it was meant to do. It kept me engaged. The first and second act, for the most part, were a little slow, but however, the end of the second act and the third act was and it was really heating up, and my eyes were glued to the screen. I thought it was a relatively decent movie, and I thought it had a great twist. Some people might not like the twist, but I, for myself, I thought it was pretty good. And one more thing before we wrap this up. The score. The score in every single Saw movie, this Jigsaw film, every single one, every single scene that it's in, I get goosebumps every single time. It was in a couple of the beginning scenes in the opening of Jigsaw. It was towards the end when they wrap it up like that. You guys know what I mean. But every time it just gets so chilling and so good. Not just a good score in like horror films, but in movies in general. It's revolutionary. Guys, I thought this was a decent film overall, and I'm going to give Jigsaw a C+. Like I said earlier in this review, I really didn't know what to expect with Jigsaw. I didn't know if it was going to be good or bad. I honestly really didn't know. but I thought it was decent enough, and a thing that I've always liked about each and every movie, the ending, it doesn't really seem to be predictable. You think it's going to go one way and then it shifts over to a different direction, and I've always admired that about the Saw films, but I thought this one was relatively decent. Now guys, the biggest question, if you guys saw the Jigsaw film, what did you guys think of it? Drop your comments down below, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, so that way you can see me next time. Thanks for watching.